Hello, everybody. Welcome. Come on in. Don't be
Jake Paul's back in Puerto Rico, but this time, it feels different. The cameras aren't flashing. The hype's been stripped away. No distractions, no noise, no circus. Just sweat, silence, and the sound of gloves hitting pads. This isn't about clout anymore. It's about boxing. Real boxing.
He's executing well.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
Jake's not alone in this grind. He's got his circle locked in. Head coach Shane Mosley Jr., conditioning coach BJ Flores, and strength coach Jaleon Love, all locked on the same mission. But this camp, it hits different. Every drill, every round, every drop of sweat carries more weight, because this isn't some influencer showdown. This is Gervonta "Tank" Davis, a man built on power, precision, and knockout chaos.
Show it.
The biggest storyline heading into this fight isn't the usual back and forth or viral trash talk. It's the weight. Jake's walking around near 190 pounds, a true cruiserweight. Tank? He lives at 135, and everyone in the gym feels the tension that comes with that gap. It's more than just size. It's two worlds colliding. Power versus speed, mass versus movement. The question hanging in the air isn't who talks louder. It's whose world will break first.
It's going either one. If there's a knockout, it's going to be Jake knocking him out.
You think Jake is going to knock out Gervonta?
Yeah,
he's the underdog.
We got to look at size. We got to look at size. Now, granted, do I think Gervonta can knock him out? Of course. But what people don't realize is that, you got one guy who's a damn near heavyweight.
During one of their sessions, Shane Mosley Jr. lays it out plain. Tank's got power, no doubt about that, he says. But power doesn't always travel when you move up. Jake's got the size, the strength, and he's learning how to make it count. Every move has a purpose now, leaning in on clinches, using his forearms to carve out space, pressing smaller sparring partners against the ropes until they break. The rhythm of camp is relentless. Jab, step out, clinch, push off, overhand right, over and over, until instinct takes over and thinking turns into fighting.
Jake's looking sharp. It's funny, like 5 years ago, this kid's like, I want to be world champion. I was like, man, he got a long ways to go. But he's here now.
Jake's coach leans in between rounds, voice steady but sharp. This fight isn't about outboxing Tank, he says. It's about never letting him get comfortable. Tank's explosive, but if you smother him, make him fight bigger, you steal his rhythm. Jake nods, sweat dripping down his face, breathing heavy but focused. The plan is crystal clear now. Use the weight, use the strength, and never, not for a second, let Tank breathe. Meanwhile, across the country, the energy's different. At the Mayweather Boxing Club in Las Vegas, Gervonta "Tank" Davis is locked in, sharpening his weapons under new head coach Derek James. The focus is precision, tightening the angles, timing the explosions. Tank's been the smaller man before, but this time, the mountain's steeper, and he's preparing to climb it the only way he knows how, with speed, fury, and that one-punch danger that can change everything. Between rounds on the pads, Derek's voice cuts through the thud of leather. He's big, yeah, but he's slow, he tells Tank, calm but commanding. You beat him with precision, make him miss, then make him pay. Same game, just a bigger target. Tank nods, eyes locked, breathing steady. Every word sinks in. This isn't about size. It's about timing, accuracy, and that split second where one mistake becomes everything.
Ian was right for me, and I've been doing this for a little minute now, since I was 7 years old. This is the first camp I can, enjoy myself and be.
In sparring, Tank's power is impossible to ignore. Those short left hooks, they land like thunder, snapping the heads of 160-pound partners and echoing off the gym walls. Every punch is a reminder. This man's built different, but Derek knows better than to get lost in the show. He watches closely, arms crossed, expression unreadable. There's a difference between rocking smaller sparring partners and shaking a 190-pound fighter who can fire back with real weight behind his shots.
It's all a hypothetical. If in a fight, he's pushed to that level, he can do it.
That's why Tank's doubling down on speed, explosiveness, and precision. Every punch has a purpose now. No wasted motion, no showboating. Every counter has to land clean, sharp, and mean. He's not trying to trade power for power. He's aiming to slice through size with timing. In this fight, it's not about throwing more. It's about landing perfect.
Gervonta, I believe he spars people that are much heavier than him. And, man, that uppercut.
Who do you got?
I would have to bet on Gervonta because for all the little.
Tank's dialing in the finer details now. Head movement, slipping shots, rolling under, cutting distance without eating that overhand right. Every move is calculated, every inch earned. His longtime mentor, Calvin Ford, has even stepped back in, pushing Tank harder than ever. This camp, they've got him sparring in 12-ounce gloves. Heavier, slower, tougher. And when asked why, Calvin just laughs. Because Jake's team didn't want no part of 8 or 10-ounce gloves. The message is clear. If they won't let Tank bring the fire, he'll build it anyway.
Wake up. Do it to him. Put it on his ass.
And Tank's switching things up this time. Vegas isn't his only home base. He's got a second camp running in DC too. The reason? Straight from Tank himself. Vegas keeps me sharp, but DC keeps me hungry. It's where it all started for him. The grit, the grind, the fight in the streets that made him who he is. 2 cities, 2 mindsets, 1 mission.
My only concern is, the gloves. You understand what I'm saying? Because we don't fight in 12-ounce gloves. We don't use 12-ounce gloves. That's training gloves, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, that's 2 pounds away from Jake. He fights in 10s. Tank fighting 8s, so he losing 4 ounces. So my thing is, I said, they said, put Tank in 8s, put him in 10s. That makes the fight more interesting. You know what I'm saying? And we'll go from there because I understand. And I brought that question up to one of his handlers. They was, no, we don't want to do no mixed match. It's supposed to be expedition. What, now y'all want the wins and the loss. You know what I'm saying? All these prescriptions, but you want to be great. Being great is really pushing the envelope. You know what I'm saying? Tank don't really care, So when I brought this up, he said, dang, facts. You know what I'm saying? So again, he can weigh the 10s and we weigh the 8s. Then we got to fight.
Back in Puerto Rico, Jake's embracing every inch of his natural size advantage. Mornings start before the sun, muscles burning, lungs on fire, flipping tires, pushing sleds, sprinting against heavy resistance. Every movement screams power. Every drop of sweat is a reminder. He's the bigger man here, and he's learning how to make that weight work in the ring.
I made the decision of training DC because, I haven't been in the coldness in a minute. I haven't even trained in the coldness in a minute, so I feel as though this will help me. I'm from Baltimore. He's not from DC. That's what I learned.
Jake's team is clear on the strategy. If Tank somehow makes it through those explosive early rounds, the fight will come down to strength, and Jake isn't dieting down. He's fueling up, stacking muscle, building endurance that can carry him deep into the later rounds. Every rep, every set, every lap is about turning size into an advantage that Tank can't match when the fight drags on.
He's been putting in the work. We've been putting in the work for weeks. We just sharpening it up now. He's fit enough. He's strong enough. Coach is tightening up the shoestring so the shoe will fit. It's gonna be a fun night.
In sparring, Jake's all about volume and power, making every punch count, forcing his partners backward with authority. During one session, a sharp right uppercut snaps clean on a smaller sparring partner, and for a moment, the room goes silent. Then his coach breaks it. That's the shot! That's the one you hit Tank with. When Jake dips in, timing, weight, and intent all line up, it's not just a punch anymore. It's a message. Jake breathes heavy, gloves tight, eyes locked on his opponent. There are no jokes, no distractions, no social media bravado, just focus, intensity, and raw purpose. This isn't the influencer everyone expected. This is Jake Paul, fully dialed in, every muscle and thought honed for one mission, the fight ahead. Weeks later, the two finally come face to face in Miami for their first press conference. Jake strides in first, black sunglasses shielding his eyes, headphones draped around his neck, exuding a quiet, measured calm. Then Tank steps in, flanked by his crew, expression stone cold as ever, every step radiating the kind of intensity that can make a room tense without a word spoken. Two worlds collide, and the air crackles with the weight of what's coming.
In New York, fucking press conference, fucking fly to Miami right after, fucking film 9 commercials, fucking meet with Ivanka Trump.
The moment the talking starts, the room ignites. The crowd reacts before anyone can blink. Tank leans in, a sly grin cutting across his face, while Jake meets it with calm intensity. Words become jabs, jabs become shots, and in an instant, the tension is electric. Two warriors circling, trading verbal fire, each testing the other without ever throwing a punch.
Just now. This is a nice little poodle. We need one of these for Gervonta. I feel like at some point he's gonna call me a clown. That's his like go-to.
I'll be like, that's me.
Yeah. Hopefully I can read his tiny mind and he's gonna call me a clown.
When it's time for the face-off, Tank steps up, chin high, radiating confidence. Jake doesn't flinch. Then Tank shoves, a spark in the tension. Jake shoves back just as hard. In an instant, security floods the stage, teams yelling across the room, cameras snapping every second. The chaos swirls around them, but in the middle of it all, the fighters stand locked in a silent war, the storm of energy foreshadowing everything to come.
Shout out to Jake Paul for coming with me and making this event happen, and his team, and what is MP Promotions, Netflix.
Turns out he can't read just like Floyd.
Oh, MVP, MP.
Got it, champ.
I'm not worrying about that.
Got it, champ.
Obviously smaller guy. How was this in the training aspect, Jake?
Yeah, just a lot of punching down, practicing, hitting below my knees. We're sparring.
Warm up.
Some
know
8-year-olds. I got 8-year-olds in there.
Anybody that ever rocked a mohawk is a fucking clown.
And in that single, electric moment, it hits everyone. This isn't just hype. The tension, the size difference, the fire in their eyes. It's real. After the press conference, Tank's camp jumps straight back into work. Derek James studies the challenge ahead, calculating every angle. Yeah, he's heavier, Derek admits, but bigger targets have more openings. You can't just try to overpower him. You have to outthink him. Every punch, every move now comes with strategy, timing, and the kind of mental chess that could decide everything.
Who is the biggest star in boxing? Davis. Enjoying the beat of the game is Miami resident hip-hop star influencer Ruby Rose. Hey, Nikki's right there. My man, get out the way. No. Jake Paul, Tank Davis, November 14th.
Tank is buried in footage for hours, eyes tracking Jake's every move, the footwork, the subtle right-hand setups, the rhythm between punches. He's mapping out how to slip, counter, and explode in short, sharp bursts. But it's not just film study. He's building his body to match the plan. Legs and core get hammered with resistance training and explosive sprints, because Tank's power has always started from the ground up. Now, he's making sure it flows through every punch, every fiber, every heartbeat, every swing. He is locked in.
I mean, Gervonta Tank Davis is the real deal. I mean, the real deal. People talk about weight. We've been in the gym for years where we've seen smaller guys spar bigger guys. I mean, at the end of the day, Gervonta poses a lot of different dangers for Jake.
You can see that Tank's felt the sting of social media disrespect. Everywhere you look, boxing purists on podcasts are already crowning Jake the winner, talking like the fight's decided before a single bell. But Tank isn't listening. Every slight, every doubter, every viral clip only sharpens his focus. He's not here for opinions. He's here to settle the score in the ring.
You know, I gotta be in there with him. I gotta be able to, his arm reach, his size, his power, the way he moving and things like that. I just gotta adapt as I fight him. I think it's gonna be a great event. Every time I fight is fireworks. Boxing wins come November the 14th. We just giving boxing what it needs, and that's exciting.
In Jake's camp, the grind has shifted from muscles to mindset. His team knows Tank is fast, dangerous, and seasoned, a nightmare if underestimated. But Jake's counting on one edge above all: composure. Calm in the chaos, steady under pressure, every breath measured. In a fight where speed meets power, keeping your mind unshakable can be just as lethal as a knockout punch.
He should beat Jake Paul, shouldn't he?
No, he shouldn't.
You don't think? Sorry. So, I thought we were all unanimous here. Do you think
shouldn't.
Do you think Jake Paul beats Gervonta Davis?
70 pounds is 70 pounds.
Gervonta Davis is very small. 5'5".
He's tiny, bro.
5'5".
That's
You
what
got
I'm saying.
Jake Paul
He's a little
6'1".
man.
If Jake Paul's tucking up,
move on,
and absorbing punishment for walking forward, then look, there's a way to run it.
Hey, MVP, uncircumcised. So good to have you. Where you get the real raw meat behind the scenes.
During a late-night gym session, Jake leans into the camera, sweat still glistening, and says it straight. He's been the face of boxing for years, sure, but that doesn't mean he can handle a guy my size. I'm walking into that ring knowing physics are on my side. He adds, voice calm but certain. It's simple math. Bigger, stronger, heavier. And he knows how to make every ounce count.
I'm fighting Gervonta Davis on Netflix.
Let's go.
People think that he could actually beat me, and people think he could outbox me, and he's so powerful and this and that. That's what makes it a good fight. November 14th, Netflix.
His coach nods in agreement. Jake can take Tank's punch better than anyone he's faced. That's clear. But the flip side? If Jake lands clean, Tank has never felt power like that before. It's not arrogance. It's belief, and you can see it in every detail of how he trained. Every movement, every sparring round, every single rep carries that quiet, unshakable confidence, the kind that doesn't need words to make an impression.
Jake slowly tighten himself up and get himself prepared, and he's really locked in now. So what we've been able to see is Jake evolve into the gladiator. He's slowly evolving into the gladiator that he has become for fight night. About time he finishes the camp and goes through everything he needs to go through, by that night, he'll be fully prepared. His outer shell that he needs to be able to go in there and be the gladiator for the night, he'll have that ready. And that's what you see happening now. That's the process in which we're in there.
Analysts online can't stop debating. Does Jake's size overpower Tank's skill, or does Tank's precision erase the weight difference? It's the question buzzing through every forum, every podcast, every social feed, the biggest what if in boxing right now. Fans argue, experts theorize, but nobody knows for sure. Not until that bell rings.
Jake Paul versus Tank Davis. They just announced the fight. What's your instant reaction to that?
I don't know what's going to happen with a 135-pounder going up against a 200-pounder. I think it's not a real fight. Jake just too big. Tank ain't gonna be able to get in for that jab. Jake land one good punch on Tank, it's over with.
A YouTuber turned fighter, a world champion turned challenger. A 135-pound knockout artist stepping into the ring with a 190-pound brawler. Size, speed, power, every element of the fight is magnified, every risk heightened. Who will come out on top? That answer doesn't exist yet. Only the bell will tell, and when it rings, nothing else will matter.